The sheer hypocrisy of our government is astounding. On multiple fronts, we see it is illegal for you to do this, but it's not illegal for them. People are suffering from multiple illnesses whilst our government outlaw cannabis, unless they're making a profit, like our Prime Minister or our Drugs Minister. Both of them make a direct profit out of cannabis. And is it a wonder why they don't want it legalised? Well, if you legalise it, that'll lose money. It's got nothing to do with the greater good of the people. It's only the greater the good of their pockets.
You're going on about an MP that's recently got a licence.
Oh, I was talking about
Victoria
Atkins.
Okay.
Is an MP who's responsible for the drug laws which you police and enforce, yeah? And her husband has got a 45-acre field of a cannabis farm in this country, yeah? That she opposes medical cannabis, and her husband's got 45 acres of the stuff. So I was speaking about that. What do you think about that?
I don't have an opinion at the moment, really.
Really?
No, it's not something I've heard, so I don't have
Now
an
that you've
opinion.
heard about it, what do you think about that?
I'm just an opinion.
What do you think about that?
My opinion doesn't really matter, does it?
Does it not?
No.
Would you arrest someone if they had a cannabis plant on them?
Likely, yes.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Even though an MP's husband has got 45 acres of the stuff.
From what I've read, and it's only from tabloids, so
Yeah.
the accuracy of it I can't comment about,
Yeah.
is that he's legally entitled to grow it
Yeah.
because it's used for as medicinal cannabis.
Yeah, but cannabis is not seen as medicine in this country by law.
I understand that, but
They
from
can't
what I've
do
been led
that.
to believe by reading the tabloids
Yes.
is that some sort of permission has been granted for
Yes,
him to grow.
correct. From his wife. That's a bit dodgy, isn't it?
I don't know the details of it, so I can't comment about it.
On Sunday, Al-Quds protesters marched through London waving Hezbollah flags. Their community leaders were calling to ethnically cleanse Israel of Jews.
You allow Hezbollah flags to be flown. You allow a terrorist organisation to hold a protest and walk through the streets of London.
And you can make sure that the resistance will come and free Palestine and wipe Israel off the map.
But you ban Lauren Southern and others from merely speaking.
My country used to be a bastion of free speech, and it is no longer. The free speech was curtailed. The hate crime, hate speech, which was brought in under Tony Blair's socialist government, has been continued. And has actually got worse under Theresa May when she was Home Secretary, and of course the woman is now the Prime Minister of Britain. Lauren had free movement across Europe. She went to Flanders, Belgium. She travelled through France, and then she was stopped by Kent police at Calais and prevented coming into our country under the Terrorism Act. Is actually a Commonwealth citizen, and in her passport it actually says the Queen requests that she has free and unimpeded travel. Yet Kent police will hold her back, but they've allowed 500 jihadis to slip in. The EU's border agency has said that there's 1,000 jihadi brides heading back our way. Also got in our country around about 30,000 known extremists, jihadi extremists, but we just don't have the resources to monitor. It takes around about 30 to 40 officers to follow one person around the clock. We don't have that type of resources. But, you know, it's an easy grab to stop somebody like Lauren at the border and prevent her coming into my country. This may be the first time that UK border control have enforced medieval Islamic blasphemy law and medieval Islamic homophobia in one clean sweep.
What happened to me on Sunday night, I got on a bus from Belgium to head towards Calais to go over to Dover and into the UK. And I was stopped by the UK Border Police, who asked me to take my bags off of that bus and bring them in. And they began to search my bags and put me in a detention center. I figured that this situation might be comparable to the situation with American journalist Brittany Pettibone and activist Martin Zellner from Austria, where they were detained and actually put in a prison for 3 days due to their political opinions. However, a little bit into my detention, they handed me over to the UK Kent Police, and an officer came into the room and handed me this information leaflet, which says, Schedule 7 Terrorism Act. And they told me that I am now being detained under the Schedule 7 Terrorism Act. Here's what I need to know. I do not have effectively any rights, at least for the first hour. I do not even have the right to remain silent.